Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I love to scrapbook, and if you guys follow me on my TikTok, then you've definitely seen me scrapbooking on there. But I wanted to bring my process over to my YouTube so I can show you guys how I design my pages, how I lay them out, and what materials I use to make them. So stay tuned as I show you my scrapbooking process from start to finish. The type of scrapbook that I use is a 12 by 12 scrapbook that has removable pages. So what I do is I go into Cricut Design Space and I make a square that's 12 inches by 12 inches just so I can get an idea of the layout I want for my page. Once your square is set to size, you can start designing. So the first thing I do is go over to text to add a heading. I add a heading to each one of my scrapbook pages and I just choose a font that kind of fits the theme. The theme of the scrapbook page was the Cowboy Carter tour. I went to 3 shows, but this scrapbook page is specifically about the Vegas night 2 that I went to. That was amazing, by the way. Let me know if y'all want a story about that. But anyway, so I made the title Cowboy Carter Tour and I resized it to make sure it fit within the dimensions of my square. I also like to play around with the color of my square just because I don't necessarily always know what color I want to use for my page. So I just play around until I find a color that I like. Next thing I'm going to do is go into images and type in Polaroid, and I'm going to resize it to the same size pictures that my camera prints out, and doing this just makes sure that everything fits within the dimensions of that page. The amount of pictures that I use per page just varies on what I did that day, so because I went to the Cowboy Carter tour, I got a lot of good pictures, so I'm going to go ahead and do 6 photos, and I'm going to do 3 towards the top and 3 towards the bottom. I like to leave room on that page just in case I want to add some memorabilia to the scrapbook page along with the pictures, and I also leave room for a space for me to write down notes on there. I'm adding a background piece behind my photos. This is completely optional. It's just a design choice that I like to do just so I could add more colors onto the scrapbook page and fill in a lot of the blank space that it's going to have. And I don't know if you can tell, but the color scheme is red, white, and blue because I wanted to reference the Cowboy Carter tour. I like this really cute light blue for behind the top photos, and I used the red for behind the bottom photos. Now for every scrapbook page that I want to make sure that there's always at least one spot for me to do like a diary entry. I normally do about 2 spots, but I had some memorabilia that I wanted to add to the scrapbook page, and I left out one of the little notes that I normally do, so I just did one. And for this piece on the scrapbook, I like to make it lined. So I go to shapes, I click on one of the lines, and I rotate it 90 degrees just so it's going to be horizontal, and I put it on top of that white box that I made. Once I do this, I'm going to select it, go to operation, and I'm going to change the operation from score to draw. And then I'm going to duplicate that line a whole bunch of times. After duplicating, I'm going to select the lines and I'm just going to put them in the center of the white box. They don't have to be even here because once you place them all, we're going to fix that. Alright, so once you have all of your lines inside of that box, you want to hide your background piece just so you don't accidentally click it. And you're going to select each one of those little lines. Once they're all selected, we're going to align them. So you're going to go over to where it says align and you're going to align to the left. This is going to make sure they're all in one row. After that, you're going to select align again and you're going to distribute it vertically. This is going to make sure that they're all evenly distributed. Next, you want to group the lines together and you're going to select the background and the lines and you're going to center them. After they're centered, you're going to attach them all together. That way your Cricut's going to write the lines and cut at the same time. And that's pretty much the gist on how I design. So the next thing I want to do is hide every piece that I don't want to cut out. I don't want to cut out the background and I don't want to cut out those Polaroids. Those are just kind of like place markers. So once I hide those, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out the rest of my pieces. The paper that I like to use for scrapbooking is a medium weight cardstock, but of course you can choose whatever kind of paper that you want to use. Also, the Cricut that I use is the Cricut Maker 4, but literally every version of a Cricut cuts paper, so you can use whichever kind you would like. You also don't necessarily need a Cricut to do scrapbooking. If you don't have a Cricut or if you can't afford one, you could literally just cut them out by hand, or you can use stickers or a combination of both. If you want to use a Cricut though and you don't have one, check out your local library. A lot of local libraries will have crafting supplies that you can use. They have like sewing machines, some have 3D printers, and I know a lot of them do have Cricut machines that you can use. After I've cut everything out, I just put my scrapbook together. So I like to have my tablet kind of laid out so I can remember what the layout was. So I just start by sticking on those letters that I made. I cut those out using like printable cardstock, and it's like a printable sticker cardstock, so I didn't have to use glue to stick those on there. After I put the letters on there, I like to make sure they're secure, and then I move on to those background pieces. So for these background pieces, I cut them out using that medium cardstock I was telling you about, and then I use this double-sided sticker tape to adhere them onto my page. I love this tape because it dries fast. It's not wet like regular wet glue, and I don't have to worry about waiting for it to dry before I move on to the next step. This is the little notepad that I made. I cut this out using sticker cardstock, and you saw me use my Cricut pen to make the lines on there. Now for my pictures, this is the camera that I use to print my pictures out. The camera that I have is the Instax Mini Evo. I love this camera because it's a digital camera, but it's also a photo printer. So you can take pictures using the camera and print them out, but you can also print out pictures that you take on your phone. Now, just like the Cricut, this camera isn't necessary. I love this camera, but if you don't have one and you have a printer at home, you can literally just print your pictures on photo paper, or you can go to Walgreens or CVS. I know a lot of times they'll have like good sales on photo prints, like the 4x6 ones, and you can get those printed out there. And I'm just using that same glue tape to stick the pictures onto my scrapbook. Sometimes I do use washi tape though. Okay, so like I told y'all before, I wanted to add some memorabilia to my scrapbook page. That's why I left a little corner blank. I got this Beyonce book at the Vegas show. Somebody handed it to me on the way out. I guess I just felt the love in the air. I wanted to gift it to me, so I'm so thankful for that. And I got a ticket printed out as well that I added to the bottom. And this piece that says Cowboy Carter is from my bracelet that they gave us. I cut it in half and I used the other half on my other scrapbook page that I made. And next I'm just adding some stickers. So I get my stickers from various places, Dollar Tree, other craft stores, but my favorite place to get stickers is Michael's. They have the cutest ones, but I only buy them when they're on sale. If I'm on vacation though, I like to get a sticker from the place that I'm on vacation for. I couldn't find any cute Vegas ones, so I used the ones that I already had. Oh, also, I buy everything on sale. Don't buy cardstock full price. Don't buy stickers full price. All these craft supplies are on sale like every other week. But anyways, this is my finished scrapbook page. I think it turned out so cute, y'all. Let me know if y'all want more scrapbooking videos for me, if you like the tutorial style, or if you guys literally just want to see me make the pages and tell the story behind it. I'm cool with doing either one of those. I like both things. I like teaching y'all how to do stuff, but I also like telling the stories behind it. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!